Here's a perverted teaching about Ruth and Naomi.
Ruth and Naomi were in a same-sex lesbian relationship.
That nigga lying.
No, they were not. These are two previously married heterosexual women whose husbands had died. Ruth was Naomi's daughter-in-law, and Ruth decided to be loyal to her mother-in-law.
But for all of you that grew up in these classes being taught to wait on your Boaz, that God is going to send Ruth her Boaz, God sent Ruth Naomi.
This is a very sick and perverted rendering of the scripture. If Naomi was the promise to Ruth, then there wouldn't have been a need for a Boaz. There's already a prophecy that the Christ would come through the seed of a woman. And if Naomi was the promise to Ruth, then why didn't the seed come through her? No, the seed had to still go through a man, which was the kinsman redeemer for Ruth, which was Boaz.
When you read the vows and the covenants that they made with each other, they are vows that we still use today in marriage ceremonies. She said, wherever you go, I will go. Your God will be my God.
The reason why Ruth chapter 1, 16 and 17 is highlighted is to show the reader that Ruth was not connected to the man. Ruth was connected to the promise. And she was dedicated to a point where even though a man was gone, a promise was yet still fulfilled. And it was fulfilled in Boaz. Naomi couldn't do that for her.
There are even references, and I don't have time to do this. We don't do this in this teaching. We have a teaching where we do break down these scriptures. But there are references that demonstrate that they had a sexual relationship.
No, there isn't. The perversion is coming from within, and you are superimposing what's in you upon the scripture. I'm going to show you what's going on with you. In Titus chapter 1, verse 15 and 16, it says, unto the pure, all things are pure. But unto them that are defiled and unbelieving is nothing pure. But even their mind and conscience is defiled. They profess that they know God, but in their works they deny him, being abominable and disobedient, and unto every good work reprobate. That's what's going on with you. That's why you see nastiness where there is none.
For all of y'all that talking about some Ruth and Boaz are the examples of for single women. Ruth got Boaz drunk. Ruth got Boaz drunk, had sex with him for the sake of having a baby.
Man, do you realize what you just accused Ruth of doing? Do you know what that's called today if we did that to somebody? I think you need to slow down a little bit because you just accused Saint Ruth of a very disturbing and wicked thing.
The text, it does not say Ruth and Boaz's baby. It says Naomi's baby. Boaz was a sperm donor. That's called surrogacy.
You know, it's real crazy how you mix that up, but it's very simple to explain. We do it all the time in our society, especially as African Americans. We see young ladies have a child and grandma raised the baby as if it was her own. It's very simple to explain, but even as you lied in this text, I'm going to tell the truth in this text, because in the same chapter where you mixed it up, I'm going to show you in Ruth chapter 4 what's really going on. Ruth chapter 4 verse 13. So Boaz took Ruth, and she was his wife. And when he went unto her, the Lord gave her conception, and she bare a son. Okay? Ruth was Boaz's wife, not Naomi's wife. Don't lie on the text. Plain and simple, brothers and sisters. We're dealing with a generation who has given up on God. They cannot put away their filthiness, and because of it, they're saying now we're going to use the scriptures to co-sign our iniquity. But no, we all got to change. I had to put away my mess. You got to put away your mess. and allow God to cleanse you. Sin is sin. There ain't nothing better. There ain't nothing worse. I'm not saying none of that. What I'm saying to you is we all got to get right. I can't just accept what's wrong with Ray. I got to get right. You can't accept just what's wrong with you. You got to get right. Get over yourself. God ain't changing for you. The word is still the word. The Bible's still right. Romans chapter 1 tell you men with men, women with women is detestable to God, and God will never accept it. The Bible is right. Sorry, society. The Bible is right.